down?
Not yet.
So, ladies and gentlemen, one.
Well, very big welcome to Tel Aviv and to this 2022 Tel Aviv Judo Grand Slam. Tel Aviv, the capital city of Israel and the first modern Hebrew city. It's old and new architecture, and many museums illustrate the history of the Jewish communities here. And once again, it is playing host to this judo extravaganza. That's all and the only way I can describe it. On day one here, we've had 5 weight categories being contested today. We've got a capacity crowd, and to introduce our first bronze medal matches of this final block here on day one is my co-commentator, Sheldon Franco Rooks.
Good afternoon, Neil, and good afternoon, everyone at home. The first of the bronze medal contests in the under 48 kilo category features Bavudoj Basanku of Mongolia. She's up against Milica Nikolic of Serbia. It'll be Bavudoj in the white, judogi Nikolic in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Liao Chunqiang of Chinese Taipei. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing Nikolic, so it'll be Bavudoj to take to the tatami. Her opponent was unable to compete. That's a shame. I wanted to have a look at Nikolic.
I think especially because Bavudoj has been fighting so well as well, and it would have been a good match, but what a start. The crowd love it anyway. What a crowd this is, capacity crowd, and right the way up to the rafters, and well educated in judo as well.
That has to be the biggest cheer for a non-event that I've ever heard. Bavudoj coming out, and they usually smile, the athletes, because they know that they're just going to walk away with the particular contest, but I'm sure she would have wanted to get to grips with Nikolic as well. Anyway, it wasn't to be. We have a second bronze medal contest carded. That is Julia Figueroa of Spain to go up against Shira Rishoni of Israel. It'll be Figueroa in the white judogi, Rishoni in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Ganbold Niamtsog of Mongolia.
Well, you're going to hear the crowd now, because the crowd are going to be well on top of this, because I know for a fact that everybody has been looking forward to having a lot of medals here from Israel. There's Shani, I was just talking to him. There he is, the coach of the ladies team, and he just said, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great. The crowd are right behind us. It's going to be a tough match, though. Figueroa in Spain in white, Rishoni of Israel in blue. And wow. Every time they flinch, get ready for it. And straight away opens up the account there, Figueroa. One of the most popular sports in Israel, and most successful as well, men and women. Beautiful Ashiwaza there from Rishoni. Beautiful foot sweep. For some of the non-judoka out there, main aim, of course, throw your opponent on their back, hold them down for 20 seconds, or arm lock or strangle for a submission, and that gets you an ippon. Ippon is the name of the game. If you only manage to throw your opponent onto their side, it's got to be a 90-degree angle, absolutely on their side, then you can get a wazari. 2 wazaris make an ippon as well. We have a penalty system. We'll explain that to you as we go through. Figueroa got to get on the pace here. Rishoni just beating her to the attack every time. Get Shido penalties if you don't attack at the right time, if you step outside that yellow area on purpose, or if you push somebody out on purpose, you can get a Shido, and 3 of those and you get Honsokamaki. There's a Shido there to Figueroa. Rishoni just ahead on attacks. The athletes pick up valuable world ranking points. They get their world ranking up as high as they can prior to the Olympic Games. 2 years, in fact. There's a build-up to get world rankings. The higher your world ranking, then the better your seed at the Olympic Games. But the higher the world ranking now, then the more opportunity it is to get seeded into the next event, which is Grand Prix or Grand Slam tournaments that are Olympic qualifiers. Here's the transition into groundwork from Rishoni. Both these ladies regulars on the world circuit, so they pick up medals almost everywhere they go. Third place in the World Championships, Figueroa. Third place in Osaka Grand Slam. Second place in Baku.
Coming into the back end of the contest now, minute left to go. Single Shido picked up by Figueroa. Rishoni just beginning to show signs of tiring. She's been the one dictating the tempo, the pace of the contest, and it just looks as though it's catching up with her now.
You can sometimes have a contest of 2 halves, can't you? You know, you see it. They start to flag and then the other one picks it up.
Wanting to take Rishoni over onto that left side with that Yoko Satemiwaza, but it wasn't the strongest that I've ever seen.
Yeah, trying to block the leg. Yoko Gaki direction just off to the side. Not enough momentum though. This is the lightest weight category for ladies, under 48 kilograms. 2 bronze medal matches. Remember that everybody fighting for medals here had to get to either quarter-final or semi-final stage. Quarter-finals, if you lost, then you have to do a final repechage match, and then you pop down to the opposite side and you fight the losing semi-finalist from the other side. So first 4 minutes has gone, and now it goes into golden score. There's no actual score up there. There's a penalty, but that doesn't count. It's got to be a score from a throw or a hold down. So this can last as long as you like, as long as they're attacking at the right time and as long as they don't infringe any kind of gripping strategies or step outside the area. Went clearly outside the area, but I thought that was part of the action. Hopefully, the referee won't give anything for that. Tough old match then, first one in.
Yeah, well, they're making up for the fact that we didn't have Nikolic and Bavudorj, I think.
I think you're right. I think they're saying we'll have their match. We have seen really long golden score matches if it's fairly even. Everybody here, though, wants to see a big throw or an ippon finish. Some kind of gripping infringement there. Ducked underneath the arm. Can't do that. And she gets a second Shido up there. Now listen to the crowd because they'll start to build up here. They'll be baying for that third Shido. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, she's got a very good low left Seotoshi or Seonagi. Just threw that in there.
She's medalled, like I say, both of them have at almost every Grand Prix or Grand Slam tournament that they do, so they know how to win major matches. This is always going to be a close one. Oh, now then, elbow out. Nowhere near the side, though. Nice little foot sweep there. Sticky foot. Well, I honestly don't know which way this is going to go. They're both using their feet to good effect.
Figueroa, despite having 2 penalties, just shading it for me on attacks now, and Rishoni picks up a Shido.
Yeah, we were talking about the contest of 2 halves, and that's sometimes how it happens, and she's really starting to use her feet to good effect here. She has a good turnover from this position as well. No hands there, no control of the upper part of the body.
They're not many better crowds. And Rishoni's lucky to be able to fight in front of a home crowd here. Plenty of support and really vocal as well.
I think a great advantage as well of having a Grand Slam tournament on home ground is that you can have 4 in each category if you've got that many, and that gives an advantage to some of the juniors. Not the case here in the under 48 kilograms for Israel, but Rishoni doing them proud, and this is where she's got to be a little bit careful, because if Figueroa gets a bit of leverage here, she could be in trouble. And now I'm with you, Sheldon. I think Figueroa climbing on top of this. She realizes that one more mistake and it will be all over anyway. Shani Henshu there, the women's coach for Israel. Very passionate coach, and he really thinks the world of all that he coaches, and gets quite into it, we could say. He does. Very seldom do we see him in his chair. Now they started to bay for the third Shido, but she doesn't deserve it, Figueroa, not yet. She's been attacking the most, I would say. This will be a well-deserved bronze medal. How funny how it changes. Now it's up to Figueroa to fire back. Oh! Yep. What a Cianagi that was! Straight underneath there, and she lands flat on her back. Rashoni couldn't do anything about it, and for anybody out there that says, oh, was that a reverse Cianagi? It wasn't a reverse Cianagi. It was an absolute Cianagi that came off the other shoulder, but only just, didn't it?
Yeah, terrific battle. Just that one action that came up with the score. And despite the fact that it wasn't their player, a really, really good round of applause for Julia Figueroa.
Don't you notice, though, that is the case? You know, well-educated audience, of course they want their girl to win it, but when it goes against them, if it's good technique, very appreciative. Look how she comes onto it there. She went off the same lapel, I think.
Here to the guests, you can see the highlights.
Beautiful rotation and absolutely flat onto her back there. She ran onto it, actually. She had to go forward, didn't she? And that's the key. I think great champions, you know, they can be run close to the mark, but always manage to pull something out the bag.
We come now to the final of the under 48 kilo category. Shireen Boucli of France goes up against Francesca Milani of Italy. It'll be Boucli in the white judogi, Milani in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vasily Smolin of Russia.
World rank number 2. Shireen Boucli of France, and really looked it today because she was on fire.
Welcome the finalists.
Here she is.
White judogi representing France, 2021 Tel Aviv Grand Slam winner.
Up against Milani of Italy. She's also world rank number 10. So not far off, these two.
Well, our stadium announcer has just told everyone that Shireen Boucli was last year's winner. So defending her title here then, Shireen Boucli.
Yeah, like I say, on great form as well.
It's not the best news if you are her opponent and you're walking in hearing that your opponent won it last year. Up against the defending champion.
Yeah, I think she's very awkward though as well, Milani. She caused all sorts of problems, didn't she, in the semi-final when she beat Nikolic, didn't she? And Nikolic couldn't do anything with her.
It's the
No, go on.
First time out this year for Shireen Boucli. She wasn't in Lisbon and she wasn't in Paris, oddly enough.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been looking at a lot. We were talking, weren't we, to some of the fighters earlier and saying that you know, very difficult for form for some of the top players. You know, they're not finding it at the moment, but it's early on, isn't it? They're very early in their development.
It's the single Shido against Milani at the moment. A little over 2.5 minutes left to go.
Well, as with anything, you know, when you get further along the qualification route, people get better and better. Timing starts to come, and of course, your condition gets better as well. I think during lockdown as well, I think every country and every athlete has suffered, haven't they? Not been able to do enough randori, and that's the boxing equivalent of being able to do the rounds, really, to put the base in. You know, a marathon runner not doing enough mileage. It's the same kind of thing, and you need the judo. You absolutely need it. As much running as weight training, whatever you do, it's not the same as judo.
Second Shido picked up by Milani. Minute 40 odd left to go. Struggling here.
Oh, that's going to be a Wazari.
Yeah. You'd see that from the position that she got herself in. Poor position, and then got caught.
Off the sleeve, straight in for the Osoto. Osoto Gary there, and look at the angle as she lands, absolutely at 90 degrees. Gets the score, gets the Wazari. Now, if she gets a hold down, she'd only need to hold down for 10 seconds to get another Wazari. It's 20 seconds if you haven't got a Wazari on the board. Or if she throws like that again, she'll get a second Wazari and it'll all be over.
Just wants to free that right hand up. Buckley trapped by Milani, making it really difficult. Missed the arm. Too late now. Go hunting for it. It's gone.
Not the place to be there for Milani. This is where contests are won. If she can get the leverage here to lever her onto her back, then she'll climb over and then she'll pull the hold down on, and then it'll just be 10 seconds. Can she do it? She might just do it. She's got that arm. Here she comes. Oh, just manages to turn out.
Yeah, so it's a risky plan to try and execute, getting the timing of that turn right, because you can just fall into it. But on that occasion, Milani escaped. However, there are only 20 odd seconds left to go. Things do not look good for the Italian.
Done everything right, hasn't she, here, Buckley? Attacked to the right time. It was about the sleeves, you know, she's managed to kill the sleeves of Milani and just do enough, and here we go. Quick look at the clock. 1 second left on the clock. Impossible to get back. And she's retained her title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner.
Shireen Buckley over Francesca Milani in the final of the under 48 kilo category. And as Neil was just saying there, retaining her Tel Aviv Grand Slam title. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's now 3 titles for Buckley. 3 Grand Slam titles.
This is second gold medal in Tel Aviv Grand Slam for
Very appreciative crowd, and big high fives walking along that line there. There's the sleeve, pushes it across, action reaction, comes across for the Osodagari and straight onto her side. Just manages to get enough space
of this
to snake that leg across. As she snakes the leg across there, pulls on the sleeve, doesn't manage to get her onto her back, but she gets her onto her side and gets the Wazari scored.
Coming up next, the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 60 kilo category. Tonika Chakadua of the Netherlands goes up against Biambajav Tsokdocher of Mongolia. It'll be Chakadua in the white judogi, Biambajav in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Ofer Ben-Zvi of Israel. Sorry about that. Here's Neil.
Well, you see a very low world ranking there, Biambajav of Mongolia. It's because he's just come out of the juniors, he's just come into the team, hasn't had many runs out, but here he is fighting for a major medal. This man here, Chikadua of the Netherlands, lots of experience, and he's been here before. World rank 60.
2022 Portugal Grand Prix bronze medalist. Biambajav Tsokdocher.
It's nice to see some of the young Mongolian fighters out there fighting for major medals, and it's happened pretty quickly as well. Whole new lot came out for after the Olympic Games, brand new lot. Some retired, and then new ones were allowed through. Got that arm over the opposite side there, means he's got to go in here. Marius Visa, the president of the International Judo Federation there.
Jakarta are giving Biambajav some problems with that grip over the back. He doesn't like it. Coming under immediate threat as well.
Well, our new gripping laws have just come in that more traditional grip. It used to be that traditional grips got more time, and unorthodox grips, pistol grip or grips at the end of the sleeves, or cross grips like we've just seen here. Now you get time to set up your opponent. Watch this now. As long as there's action, they'll allow it to carry on, and it's not over yet. And he's going to try and wrap that arm up and then take his opponent over onto his back for the hold down. He's going to go again on it. And that wasn't far off.
Yeah, very quickly into that as well. Jakarta. You know, when you've drilled something that many times and the situation comes up, you're onto it very quickly because you're accustomed to it. You've done it so many times. And this comes back to what we were talking about with the Japanese women. They drill their newaza for so long and so often that when an opportunity presents itself, they're able to bring it off in competition against even the highest level of opponent.
Yeah, it's like second nature, and that's the whole idea of making it second nature. Of course, repetition makes permanent, and it's got to be good repetition work. There's that grip again now. He's got a lot more time with it, but big potential to throw, and he's attacking all the time with it.
He's got to find a way of dealing with this one. Biambajav.
I think he's going to get a penalty, and he does. Gets a Shido penalty there. You can see that little yellow flag up there. 3 of those, and it'd be all over. So he's just behind on attacks. Got to pick up the pace and be first one in. Good to see an Aggie this time, Jakadua. This is where the experience comes in, you know, where you get youngsters here, they're just not quite sure about the pace. And that's where you see the penalties picked up and certain penalties thrown away, really. Especially on the edge, don't you? You get that a lot on the edge.
Kata just taking his time here to settle again. Get the feeling that he's beginning to feel as though he's got this one.
Yeah, he's got to pay attention though, because he's got to make sure that he stays on top of this. So Bayambajav just manages to pick it up. It's a Shido apiece now.
Might have let that go for another cycle, but
A little bit quick, wasn't it? Just maybe a little bit quick.
You know, on the balance of things, he hadn't really shown me that he was passive yet. Bayambajav beat him to the attack a couple of times because Jakadua had been attacking. So he was slightly unfortunate there, I think, to pick that up. But I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't go so far as to say he shouldn't have got it. Just maybe give him another cycle.
Well, if it goes into golden score, those penalties will be carried over into golden score. Now, off the belt.
Well, we're saying that he's got to find a way to combat that grip. Maybe that's what he'll do now. He'll look for the pickup.
Yeah, well, it certainly is a point, isn't it? Is that with that cross grip being allowed to stand a little bit longer now, it makes it difficult for counter, especially if you can't take the legs, but they can't take below the belt line.
Yes, I think the original statement about an immediate attack was a little bit tricky because, well, if you have a grip and you must attack immediately, then there's not much time to take the grip if your hands are gonna change. Anyhow,
No, I think a lot of penalties were picked up that way as
yeah,
well.
Yeah.
So they both get a very quick second Shido here, so they now know that they've got to pick it up. Sona Makikomi there from Chikadua.
Bayambajav is not at all keen on seeing Chikadua tidy himself up.
No, he just wants to get on with it, doesn't he?
As he's pulling his gi together, Bayambajav is rushing him. Uchimata from Bayambajav, just testing Jakadua there. Too far away. There's a big gap in there.
Both getting a little bit tired here, but Bayambajav coming forwards all the time. This close contact is what's going to do it in the end. That's it, it's going to do it. And he couldn't stop it in the end, could he?
No.
And the youngster here, Bayambajav of Mongolia, manages to do a sumigeshi there, takes his opponent onto his side. It's in golden score, so first score wins.
Disappointment for Tonika Jakadua as he loses out to Bayambajav Tsogdochev of Mongolia.
Major medal won. Mongolia are on the medal tally.
Congratulations, this is first medal in a Grand Slam for Bialbaca Sofkochir, Mongolia.
מדליה ראשונה בגרנד סלאם למונגולי.
Had good control with the hands, didn't he? And kept them all the way over. Didn't let go of them, and it was all continuous. And of course, he knew it was all over there, didn't he? Sacrifice technique wins it in the end.
The disappointment on Jakadawa's face when he saw the referee give that Wazari.
Yeah, strange, isn't it? On the way over, you're going, I think I'm going, and of course it happens. It's kind of disbelief in a way. You think, let's do it again. Let's get on it again.
Well, we've got another bronze medal contest scheduled. It is Magzan Shamshadin of Kazakhstan to go up against Karamat Husseinov of Azerbaijan. The referee in the middle is Martina Progomet of Croatia. However, Martina's not going to get to referee one here because Mr. Husseinov is unable to take part. So Shamshadin comes out to take the contest.
So another win by default.
Men under 60 kilogram category in white.
Shamshadin has a walkover for the medal, and I think you were right, Sheldon, when you say that, you know, they'd much rather come out and have a battle with it, feel as if they've earned it. Not that they haven't had a big day leading up to it.
Yeah, I as I was saying it, I was thinking, well, maybe not. I mean, would Artem Lesiuk fancy going up against Nabayev, or does he want a walkover? We'll ask him after the contest.
Good point.
Because coming up next, it's Bauyazen Nabayev of Kazakhstan to go up against Artem Lesiuk of Ukraine. It'll be Nabayev in the white judogi, Lesiuk in blue. The referee in the middle is Lorenzo Bagnoli of Italy, not long off the tatami himself.
No, exactly.
Good to see him up there.
Well, he realises it's all part of the education.
White judogi representing Kazakhstan, first time in the Grand Slam final. Baujan Narbayev.
Narbayev then coming out here, world ranked 113. That will change after this event. Big points here in a Grand Slam. Up against Artem Lesiuk of the Ukraine. Always a little bit tentative as they come up to grip up for the first time. You've got to remember that you feel everything through the jacket. You feel the danger if they've got a grip that they like and they're about to attack, whether it's forwards, backwards, or whether it's a sacrifice throw. You can feel it through those jackets. One of the reasons that there's so much grip fighting is because the one that initiates the dominant grip is the one that will attack.
I've been impressed with Lesiuk today. I think it has something to do with his attitude, to be honest, not just on the tatami, but around the tatami. I've seen him and spoke to him earlier on. It's just, you know, something nice about him, nice all-round guy.
It's nice as well, isn't it, when they take in the spirit of what they're doing, in as that win or lose, you don't have to like losing, but you certainly don't need to take it the wrong way and be a bad loser. You know, it's handling yourself in the right way, like you said.
He's shown a liking for Sumigeishi a couple of times, Lesiuk, early on in this contest. I'm wondering if he's going to go for that, or is he going to set something up, taking him to the rear? Well, it doesn't matter now. He's gone for the Makikomi, hasn't he?
Yeah, we didn't see the landing. I mean, of course, the coach was saying Wazari, it needs a Wazari, but it wasn't 90-degree landing. We'll see it from the other angle, I think. Here we go. Look at the angle here of the landing, and not quite 90 degrees, so no score given.
And Nabayev, for his pains, picks up a penalty. I've been impressed with Bagnoli, by the way. I know it's going to be funny talking about the referee, but you don't step from being a competitor to the middle of the tatami as a referee in one easy step. I've got him this time.
Definite score, that one. Wazari scored not quite on the point of the shoulder there to warrant the full ippon.
We have to talk to Lesiuk's coach, because he signalled Wazari when it was nothing and ippon when it was Wazari. He's not quite with it, is he?
No, not quite there for the scoring. A slightly biased scoring, I think. Soda Makikomi.
Oh, he might be right. I'll take it back, Neil.
They've given the ippon.
We have to admit when we got it wrong. And, we liked it for Wazari because we saw it from this side.
I'm going to say it was wrong angle for me.
Yeah.
Coward's way out.
But I'll go with Bagnoli because I like him. But the coach beat us all there. He said it was ippon, and in the end, Artem Lesiuk ended up with the gold medal. What a day for him. I'm really genuinely pleased. If I'm not mistaken, that may be his first ever Grand Slam gold medal.
This is first gold medal in a Grand
There you go.
Slam.
There's an echo in here, isn't there?
There must be an echo. Must be.
Georgie, the stadium announcer, just coming up with that gem.
Soda Makikomi, going to see it from the other side. Here we are. Have a look at the landing.
Representing Kazakhstan, Pausha.
So on most of the back patch there was covered. His back hits the ground and with full force. Had good control of the arm as well. And we're going to see it from 4 different angles here.
Yeah, good one.
So, yeah, good score. And I think that the coach must have been in the right place.
Yeah. He was in a better position than we were. On his 12th attempt, Artem Lesiuk takes a gold at a Grand Slam. Had 10 absolute washouts, a 5th place, and this was the first time that he'd got himself into the final block and into a final, and he won it. Congratulations to him. We come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 48 kilo category.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
The medals are being presented by the Tel Aviv Judo Grand Slam co-host, Mr. Sylvan Adams. Not your family, is he, mate?
No, it's definitely not. It's not my uncle. No. But very generous, the Adams is.
Judo Grand Slam 2022, Mr. Sylvan Adams.
Yeah, he is a terrific supporter of Israeli judo. A great find, Moshe Ponti, with Mr. Adams bringing him in. The first of the bronze medals goes to Julia Figueroa of Spain. There's a bronze medal also for Bavudoj Basanku of Mongolia. Silver medal goes to Francesca Milani of Italy. But the gold medal goes to Shireen Boukli of France.
What a great day she's had. Retained her title and she did it in style. Never looked in any danger whatsoever.
Presented by the member of the IJF Coordination Committee of Directors and President of the Israel Judo Association.
Dominated every match. There was the winning score. pushes the arm across, gets the action reaction there. Osoto Gary, the technique off the sleeve, and the landing gives her a Wazaris.
And now the national anthem of France. Right, while we get ready for the family picture, we had a really nice message telling us about, you know, our comments on the coaches and the scores, and it was hilarious because we then got it wrong because the coach got it right. Well, you can't win them all, can you?
No, you can't win them all, and you know, sometimes you don't have the angle to see the full movement, and nice.
Is that your excuse then?
Yeah, it's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it.
Thank you very much.
Right, there is the winning quartet. Figaro and Bavudorj were the bronze medalists. Milani took the silver, and it was a smiling and beaming Shireen Boukley who took the gold. Retained her title.
Yes, what do they call it? Not the family picture, but the
official photograph?
The
or?
official.
I like official photograph.
Yeah, something like the official photograph, wasn't it?
I wonder who came up with
I don't know.
family picture. Anyway.
Well, it's because we're judo family, you see. That's what it is.
True. Right, coming up next, the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 52 kilo category. Odette Giuffrida of Italy goes up against Geffen Primo of Israel. It'll be Giuffrida in the white judogi, Primo in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Artur Fando of Belarus.
Well, it has to be pointed out that Giuffrida is the Olympic silver medalist, or was the Olympic silver medalist. And this is, well, obviously hot favourite here in front of home crowd here.
Right, here we go. Sorry.
Yeah, Geffen Primo, of course, here in blue. She never stops coming forward, does she, Primo? That's for sure. But just as I was saying earlier, I'd like to see her just a little bit more decisive for some of the techniques.
Yeah, a little bit tentative early on. Unlike her sister. Ooh! Giuffrida almost got herself in trouble there.
Yeah, that was tiptoe stuff, wasn't it?
No, she'd gone against the arm.
Yeah.
She was in there on the other side. Just as well, Primo was moving off that.
This is the thing, they have a bit more time now, time to set up the angles for the attack, and there she did it.
Yeah.
And you can see the difference there, just dropping, just for the sake of dropping to get an attack in, and of course against a stiff arm. Against the rules, not allowed. Left against left. Look at that sleeve there. Pinning the sleeve down there, Gefrida, but she will have to do something about it. We've seen the duck under that she tries to do a few times.
Missed with the Makikomi. Just had the lower part of the arm. Really want to be up around the elbow and pulling that across your own body to make it effective. Gefrida, one of the most experienced fighters in the weight category.
I was going to say she's tactically quite astute,
yes,
isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, she's got some good throwing skills as well, but tactically she just beats out, you know, most people. She lost to Takeda Ryoko of Japan earlier on, but we'll go into Takeda, her background a little bit later, because we're going to see her in the final. I think that there may be a story there, I think, with Takeda.
Well, especially in the under 52 kilos category, from Japan, of course. One of their one of their toughest categories.
Yeah. Yeah, because they've got an absolute dead cert at number 1. They've got a incredible backup at 52 in their number 2, and then they've got another 2 or 3 who've jumped ship and gone either up to 57 or down to 48 to avoid.
Yeah, throw your junior world champion into the mix just to see how they do.
Yeah.
Twice now, Gefrida's gone against the elbow, and she will have to be cautious with it, because if she falls the wrong way there, Primo could end up with a damaged arm, and Gefrida could find herself in trouble.
A little bit too far away from the target.
See how they're snapping the grips off there. They've got to go forward straight after that, and even then they might not get away with it. They're both, and look at Primo as well. Primo's doing a difference.
Yeah.
Primo's doing the same.
Primo, for me, just got away with that one.
Both of them,
it was clear,
now are going to get penalised, surely.
Yeah. And that's a second penalty for Primo.
So the difference between a positive grip is somebody who's coming forwards, gripping up to throw, and snapping your opponent's grip off because you don't want them to throw you.
And not immediately taking another grip.
Yeah, at least if you snap it off, you've got to take another grip and then look positive and take the fight forwards.
No score. 16 seconds left to go. 2 penalties picked up by Primo. Just the 1 for Gefrida.
Still snapping them off. Primo is happy to snap the grips off, but this is where I'd like to see her come forwards with intention. Sodisura Kamigoshi there from Gefrida. She's going to go again in as well, Gefrida. Starting to climb on top of this match. It's like a football audience, isn't it? It's amazing.
We had all those chanting men with their hands going up, as you say, football style, and then the blonde lady in the middle, Gefem Primo's mother, just calm, no stress. Well, I'm sure there is a degree of stress in there.
I'm sure there is. Don't see many crowds this enthusiastic and this hyped up on judo. Lovely to see, especially after 2 years without anything.
Knowledgeable as well.
Yeah, knowledgeable, understanding.
Yeah,
There's the
good
score.
score.
Gefrida then wins it. Sodisura Komigoshi there in golden score. 1 minute into golden score, and the big hips came across. And look at the crowd. That will tell you everything there. Their girl has just been thrown for Ippon, and they are celebrating the throw. Gefrida performs well, gets the Sodisura Komigoshi right in the end.
Couldn't get off it. Primo in the end. In such a good position that when she began the drive, there was no way out of it. Just trying to see the resemblance. It's the blonde hair that's thrown me, because both the girls have got dark hair. So.
There's the change of direction from the left to the right, and good rotation there. It's all about going underneath that armpit and managing to control it all the way. It's the lift, the pull, and I'm talking about with both hands there. Look at the lifting action there. Sodi means to lift, and then it's to pull it in to finish it off there. Rotator flat onto her back for a huge ippon.
Also like to look at what Giafrida does with her head here. You know, it's off to the side. As she's going down, it's off to the side. It's turning away. There's no chance of her going head first. And with Uchimata, I know it's a different technique, we're seeing a lot of people making that mistake of not going off to the side. They just go straight down.
And now it's time for the next contest, bronze medal contest for women under 52 kilo.
Right, we've got a second bronze medal contest coming up now. Keldi Yorova of Uzbekistan goes up against Pupreka of Hungary. It's Keldi Yorova in the white judogi, Pup in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Veli-Matti Karinkanta of Finland. Pup this morning came in as the #1 seed, had a single slip against Takeda of Japan. That put her into the bronze medal contest.
Well, I said, didn't I, that we're going to talk about Takeda when she comes out, but she's taken some good people out here, and like you say, Pup, #1 seed. She is one of the most consistent in the category, in the certainly on the world tour. Here she is. Still here fighting for a medal.
You're right. I mean, we don't want to get to talk too much about Takeda at the moment, but she's already seen off Pup, who's now in this bronze medal contest. Giafrida the round before, and Perez Box in the opening round.
No, it was tough, wasn't it? That was a tough old draw.
And that's before she gets to Neto in the final. A good few scalps there. Yorova again just showing the first signs of the Uzbek women's team. Got to be careful here not to stretch that leg.
She just went off it, didn't she? She went off the leg
realised it and thought, oh, hang on a minute. Because she wanted to transition into the shimiwaza, but realised that the only way she could do it was by lifting that leg, and that would have been a no-no.
So you can't put a leg lock on to apply pressure.
I think it was Matniazova, the other Uzbek girl, up at 70 kilos. That's the only other, medal prospect that the women's team generally has produced. As far as the men are concerned, well, we could be here all day, couldn't we? May get penalised for that.
Yeah, it was lack of hands and gets... Shido for a false attack, what they call a false attack.
Would you agree with that?
I would have let her get away with it, probably.
No, I mean, would you agree with the men in the Uzbek team? We could be here all day discussing their medal prospects. They've got so many. It's such a strong team.
Yeah, but as I was saying before, you know, the team now is the team competition is a mixed team competition, and it means that certain countries have got to bring their female. Oh, look at that. That's a Shido there. She's going to get Shido for that. Kuldurova there, straight onto the leg for a defence. She'll have to get a Shido for it. They haven't given it. Now they will do now.
Yeah, she's struggling here.
Yeah, they've had to bring the female side of their development programs up to scratch because, well, Georgia's prime example, brilliant men's team, and the ladies were struggling. Well, they just didn't have a ladies development program. They have now. Osodagari there from Kuldurova.
Just managed to tidy up, had left the left arm out for a little bit, and Pup was onto that fairly quickly, but not quite quick enough. Not bad footwork either from Kuldurova. Just had Pup moving there, and given the slipperiness of the tatami, it's not a bad idea. Haven't seen it in the final block, by the way.
What, the slip?
Yeah. It look as though maybe they've used a different sanitizer.
Maybe. Yeah, we were saying earlier that it looked like a slippery surface, which you can imagine. Bare feet on any kind of slippery surface doesn't bode well. Nice little Sianagi there, isn't it? Kuldurova really coming up and piled on the pressure. She gets a Shido put up to Pup.
Just not getting turned in those attacks. Kuldurova. Got to get the feet in the right place. Push the hips through further.
She was 5th place in the World Championships in Hungary, Kuldurova.
Great effort.
Yeah, no, she really is an up-and-coming fighter. She really, Antalya 2021, she was 1st place. Qingdao Masters, she was 3rd. So, yeah, she's up there around about almost every time. She's not letting this go, is it? Is she, with Pup? Piling the pressure on Pup.
Just outside the top 10 as well. Kuldurova. You mentioned Antalya. We talking about the win that she had there.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was just last year as well, so
yeah, no,
good form.
It's all coming up well for her, and being consistent, I think, so important. That's
super.
it all over. Oh, what a change of direction that was. Great change of direction, and she couldn't do anything about it.
Speed of that.
Well, she's holding her head there as if to say, what happened there? Because everything was going well. Everything was competitive. And then Pup pulls that out the bag. What an ippon.
Winner and bronze medalist for women under 52 kilogram category. International Judo representing Hungary.
Well, I like to refer to this situation where the #1 seed loses out earlier on in the day but comes back and ends up on the podium. I like to refer to that as a save, because at least you've come away with a medal.
Bronze medal goes to Hungary. Medal number 5.
What a save that was.
Yeah. It was, as Neil said, a terrific change of direction, the incredible speed.
Uchimata, and then directly into the Ouchigari there. So forward to back. Action, reaction, Uchimata, Ouchigari, and boom. Onto her back she went. Look how she hooks the inside of the leg there, but she drives off the back leg. That's where the power comes from. but it's the hands that are working as well. The hands make the direction and keep it under control till she hits the ground.
Put a lot of work into this athlete. Brown, Nakosh. Right, coming up next, the final of the under 52 kilo category. Takeda Ryoko of Japan goes up against Astrid Neto of France. It'll be Takeda in the white judogi, Neto in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Heather Luchens of Belgium.
A little bit about Takeda. She's a double world champion at cadet level and also junior, we were saying earlier. But in her category in Japan, they have the Olympic champion and the world champion. So this lady here came all guns blazing, as if to say, right, you've given me my chance, and I'm going to show you what I can do. But every time she's been out, she's been in a final. This lady, though, will have something to say about it, because Astrid Neto is a tough customer and she's not going to roll over. She will have to be careful on the ground, because
Takeda,
Takeda has good groundwork.
Bit special.
Watch the pace, because it's pace that is going to win this match. Watch Takeda and the pace that she keeps here. Set, it's almost urgency.
She's only fought at one previous Grand Slam. That was in Paris last year. Didn't have a result. I think it's going to be, well, it's definitely going to be different now. Whatever happens in this final, she'll medal here, but she would like to move that into the gold medal column, I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure Neto, you know what they're like, the French, so tactically aware, and she's got the grip over the back there, and she doesn't like that, Takeda. She's going to get a Shido here, I'm almost sure. Is she going to get the penalty? Yes, she does.
Yeah, she had the head bowed, the arms were out straight, was just fighting Neto off, just being overpowered there a little, got caught in the eye.
Yeah, it was right back at you, wasn't it, from Neto? She got one from Takeda, and now Takeda's had one. It's an accident, of course. They're furious with the grips, you know, and they're going forwards. The hands are all over the place, so it's an accident waiting to happen, you could say. Not having any of that, is she, Neto? Good defence.
Be interesting to see what happens when they get engaged in Newaza.
Oh, that's it!
But
it's
it won't be.
Oh, what a nip on that was. Kouchi Gary drives her back. You could see it, couldn't you? The way she was rocking back on her heels there, Takeda. Not very often you get thrown like that, Takeda, but wow. Accepted that. Fair dues, she says. Neto, big smile on her face.
Out-experienced, I think, in this one. Mind you, could have said the same with Poop and with Giafrida early on, Perez Box even. But here, I think the power as well. She was just so much stronger in the grips and got hold of her there, and when she attacked there, no getting off that one.
That big arm over the back caused her all sorts of problems. Look at that there. Look at the Kouchi. Just drives off the back leg there. Absolutely buries her.
And she'd only just picked up a penalty. It was a little combination, Neil.
Yeah, Kouchi Ouchi goes onto the front leg first of all, starts the drive, and then the reaping action on the other leg.
That sets it up nicely.
What a lovely combination that was. Now that's a combination that relies on drive and also control of the upper part of the body. Look at that right arm there, pushing on the head in order to drive her onto her back.
And it was that control of the head earlier on that had brought Takeda a Shido. And, you know, when she was getting controlled again, that could have been playing on her mind. She didn't want to bend. She wanted to stay upright, avoiding that penalty. Kind of played into her hands, didn't it?
Action, reaction,
yeah. We come now to the awarding ceremony for men in the under 60 kilo category.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for the men's under
The
60
medals are being presented by the president of the European Judo Union and IJF vice president, Mr. Sergei Soloveichik.
by the vice president of the International Judo Federation and president of the European Judo Union, Mr. Sergei Soloveichik. Bronze medalists are representing Kazakhstan, Magzhan Shamshadin.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Magzhan Shamshadin of Kazakhstan. There's a bronze medal also for Biambajav Sogdochir of Mongolia. Silver medal goes to Bauyerjan Nabayev of Kazakhstan. But the gold medal goes to Artem Lesiuk of Ukraine.
Yeah, Lesiuk was special, wasn't he? Did really, really well, and such a nice attitude as well.
Yeah.
Soda Makikomi then. Well, it's more like Haro Makikomi, wasn't it?
Coached like that for Ippon, didn't he?
He definitely wanted the Ippon. I can't believe that you called it was Eric on that one.
Really pleased for him. And now the national anthem of Ukraine.
Thank you very much. Favorite picture will be a piece of judo.
The official picture with the winning quartet.
Let's house our judoka please, men under 60 kilo.
Shamshadin and Biambajav were the bronze medal winners. Nabayev took the silver. It was Lesiuk who took the gold.
Yeah, not your normal rostrum, is it, for under 60s, which makes it even more special. Some new faces up there,
Yeah.
and we're going to see them again over the next couple of years, that's for sure.
Well, Ukraine took the gold medal there, and there's a chance for more medals for the Ukraine. Coming up next, the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 66 kilo category. Bogdan Iyadov of Ukraine goes up against Guzman Kyrgyzbayev of Kazakhstan. It'll be Iyadov in the white judogi, Kyrgyzbayev in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is John Ramakas of the Netherlands.
Well, there's no world ranking up there for Kyrgyzbayev, so he's definitely going to get higher world ranking points here. But of course, out of the Ukraine, world ranked 22, coming out here.
Representing Ukraine, the Grand Slam and Grand Prix medalist, Bogdan Iyadov.
Yeah, well, Kyrgyzbayev had previously competed on under 60 kilos.
Yeah, it happens, doesn't it? They go up a weight category, they've got to accumulate a whole new load of points. Sometimes they fight at two weights. We've had athletes that have fought at 2 different weights and have world rankings in both.
I think there are only 2 athletes who had rankings in 3.
Georgian.
Ilias Iliadis was one of them. And the other, a second, who's that now? Mongolian.
You're going to think about it,
Yeah.
and it's going to come to you. Quite often we have, when they come up a weight category, it takes a little time just to settle into the different weight, different balance, different weight distribution. And some do it a lot quicker than others.
Hashbata Saganbata.
I knew you were going to get it. It's just a matter of time.
Oh,
Look at that arm there. Underneath the back, over the top. So typical of the Kazakh, Mongolian styles of wrestling there. They have different grips. Well, he just got a penalty there for thumb inside the sleeve of his opponent.
Yeah, untidy piece of work from Kyrgyzbayev.
Yeah, well, like I say, unorthodox grips, but you can't be too unorthodox. Holding the end of the sleeve like that, you can't tell sometimes whether they've got the thumb inside or not. And we did slow 1 or 2 contests down to see that the thumb couldn't be seen. So if you want to take a chance with it, then fine, but he might get pulled up on it. It's a second Shido he's just got, and he needs to leave that alone now.
Well, we've still got half the contest to come.
Half the contest to come, and 2 infringements there, and they're fairly basic. I mean, you've got more possibilities in the gripping for the jacket and the sleeves. Looking for the Sasai Surikamiyashi there, Kyrgyzbayev. Well, he looks stronger physically, doesn't he? Iyadov having a real problem rotating with that shoulder throw. Well, remember, it's Kyrgyzbayev that has gone up a weight category here, fighting Iyadov of the Ukraine with a world ranking of 22, and he looks the superior here. controlling it, and his defense is just too much.
Well, the thing about Kyrgyzbayev is, you know, he's 29 years old, been around for quite a long time.
Yeah, it's got to be a reason. This is where the danger is. Now one of them's going to go here. One's going to go. Oh, Kosoligak. And that was always, something was going to happen from that position there. He just climbed on top of it. And so many of the Ukraine fighters do that.
The only reason I laughed was because they'd both decided, okay, we're in here now, let's see where this is going. And for me, Kyrgyzbayev should have gotten out of there. You've just moved up a weight category. You were previously 60, you're now 66. You know, Bogdan Iyadov is probably coming down from 68. You're moving up. You're not used to that, the different strength and the power, but you want to wrap up with someone, you know.
That's exactly how it was as well, wasn't it? I mean, he thought, well, let's have a little go at this. Let's open this up. And, well, one of them was going to go. I tell you what it's like. It's like, look at this. Climbs on top of it. They both got the belt.
Yep.
And, well, the stronger one came out on top. Literally. It's a bit like two big hitters in boxing going head to head, toe to toe, and going, right, okay, let's see who gets knocked out first. One was going to go. It was always on the cards.
I love that saying, right, let's open it up. Well, he opened it up and Iyadov closed it.
Yeah, well, guess what? He had the belt there. He thought he was going to do it.
Yeah, no.
At this stage, he thought, no, I've made a mistake.
Is there any way out? No.
Yeah, no. Only having lost, and that big, massive Kosoto there.
Just that little turn from Iyadov took it away.
It did.
From him.
It pulls the midsection in. If you notice that they pull the midsection in, and then your balance is broken, it's all over.
Iyadov with the telephone business, luckily doing all of his telephoning off the tatami.
Yes.
Less said about that, the better. We come now to the second of the bronze medal contest in the under 66 kilo category. Daiki Buba of France goes up against Ganbol Kerlan of Mongolia. It's Buba in the white judogi, Ganbol in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Friedrich Katilin of Hungary.
And now, welcome judoka.
Well, Ippon so far here in the under 66 kilos category. Step up in class here for Buba. For sure, he's done the European Opens, but first time in a Grand Slam tournament.
Had they not given him a run out in Paris then? That's
no, they
odd,
didn't
isn't
give
it?
him a run out in Paris. He didn't have Paris down.
Oh.
Ganbol, of course, he's been first place in the World Masters. That was back in 2017, mind. Qingdao 2019 second place, Budapest Grand Prix 2019 first place, so hasn't medalled in a major tournament for a little while. Now, who said Katagurim was dead? That was right the way underneath there, and it wasn't Yoko Satemiwaza. Turned it completely there, just on the arm. You were right, Sheldon. Just tell everybody what you just
No,
found.
we're not going to do that. It's just that it's odd that they send them to a Grand Slam without having tested them in Paris. But it was only recently. It was only a couple of weeks ago. I thought I'd seen him there.
So Buba gets a big chance in a Grand Slam because of the 5th place in Paris.
I just remember the crowd as well being really behind him. Popular, well, French, as soon as you step out and they say France, that's it, the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, what a place, and this is a good place as well. I'd like to have competed here. This is a really appreciative audience.
Well, they had the European Championships here a few years ago. It was a different venue, and at that time that was pre-COVID.
Not sure if he's going to get that as a score. I think there was too much of a gap underneath, and the referee, well, it's been called, Wazari. They might have another look at that, I'm thinking. Nice Uchimata, mind. I don't think that it got the side landing, so I think they might take that Wazari off.
Sitting on the side, one elbow, yeah, sorry, not quite up there, is it?
No, it's got to be side landing, you know, so it's but difficult to see when it's done at speed. Especially if it's a big movement there. It was a nice movement, wasn't it, with the Uchimata?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just saying that they had the European Championships here a few years ago. It was in a different venue. But it was terrific, absolutely terrific. Packed. Much bigger venue as well, and absolutely packed, Neil.
Yeah, I mean, it's such, well, an appreciative, but, you know, you can see that the youngsters up there, we're just looking up now into the seats, and the youngsters absolutely loving it, just getting so much out of it. Now looking for the Sangaku here, and Gambold just managing to hold off.
And the nice thing is that Israel have put out their top team. You know, it wasn't as though you've got an event at home and some of your fighters are not taking part. Shiru Rishoni was in there, Geffen Primo, Tima Nelson-Levy, Baruch Shmailov, Jonathan Wexler in the under 60 kilo category. We saw earlier on, absolutely best contest of the day, to be honest. So, and we're going to see more over the next few days. So they've put on a good show for the home fans.
Yeah, they've got such, you know, great coaches doing a great job. Ashiponte, who's a dear friend of mine, who is the president of the association, just doing the most incredible job of promoting judo throughout Israel, making it the most popular sport.
Buba has picked up a single Shido as we're into the last minute of regulation time.
Yeah, he just dropped onto his knees, actually. There was no hand movement, and that's what he picked up the Shido for. It's a left against right situation here. So, and again, Gambold drives off for the Yoko Otoshi. Looking for the angle for the throw. Well, he's on the leg there. He was absolutely on the leg, Gambold. Two elbows that already touched the mat, though, so classed as newaza, so you can do it then. Thinking of it from a defensive point of view, when somebody's on you, if you want to grab the legs, then you need to ground your elbows first, and then you can grab the legs because it's classed as newaza, it's groundwork. On the other side of that, you want to keep them up in tachiwaza. You make sure that their elbows don't ground. So into golden score. Don't know where that 4 minutes went. I get the feeling that Gambold is going to change the direction here, throw off to his right, and that's what's going to score. So watch out for it. He's holding right-handed, but that right hand there, around the back, is controlling the back of Buba. It's going to be a Shido here, is there? There is Shido, and it's all over.
Done.
Gambold wins by default.
Yeah, disappointment.
I think so.
Do you know, that's the first one in this final block that really didn't live up to our expectations. We've had a good final block. That one was slightly flat, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I mean, we'd like to see bigger ponds, wouldn't we, all the way. Sometimes when you're out there as a fighter, it's about winning the match, but we want to see the ippons. Nice big bow and arrow, just shooting that heart there that he just drew. There it is. Now look at the shot. I wonder who he fired that one off to.
Right, coming up next,
Tel Aviv, are you ready for the final?
we have the final of the under 66 kilo category. Yashar Najafov of Azerbaijan goes up against Baruch Shmailov of Israel. It'll be Najafov in the white judogi, Shmailov in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Ganbold Niamtsog of Mongolia. Here's Neil.
Well, this is going to be a cracker, and I tell you now that every time that Shmailov just twitches, this crowd is going to be on its feet, because this is the match that everybody's come here to see. There he is coming out. He's going to be wearing blue here. Oren Smadja following him out there. First man to win an Olympic silver medal for Israel. Doing such a good job with this men's team. How dynamic is Shmailov? Got the better of his countryman Flicker in the quarterfinals.
Najafov is a dangerous thrower.
Yeah, I think they both are. I think we're going to see a hookup here, and one of them's going to go. It might be on both accounts here. Well, let's see.
Shmailov is the power thrower for me. He's just got incredible strength. And as you said, Neil, we shall see.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Big hips across. Open match. That's what we want to see. Look at the sleeve grip there from Shmailov. Now he's got to attack off it, and he does. Massive attacks.
Good pressure now. Najafov didn't like that grip.
No, I don't think either of them. They can feel the danger as well, because like you said, massive throwers, and you know, when they come in at such speed, you're going up towards the rafters.
I shudder to think what would happen if they had the same numbers here that they have in Paris. Because they're making just as much noise as the crowd in Paris.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. The atmosphere in here is great. Great to see so many youngsters. Look at that, they're absolutely loving it.
Nothing would please them more than to see Baruch Shmailov take this. You want to hear that national anthem? See the flag going up.
There's that Massive Toshi again. It's going to go again. 2 feet out. It's going to get a Shido. Najafov, does he get it? He doesn't get it. Oh, what? Classed as part of the movement.
Part of the action, yeah.
Part of the action. I can't see this going time. I just a feeling I get that somebody's going to make a mistake here.
On paper, I couldn't see it going on time. As they walked out, I couldn't see it going on time, and as they're going now, I can't see it going to time.
Just that every situation, isn't it, looks fraught with danger.
Yeah, just got caught up in changing the grip there, Shmailov.
Well, it's Najafov that is struggling to stay on the pace here. I think Shmailov just ahead. Saying that, no score on the board.
And penalty
now
free.
It could happen now. Oh, look at that. It was close, wasn't it? It was close. Now, can he do anything down here? Could click onto an arm.
That was close.
Oh my goodness, talk about full commitment there. Toshi counter. Remember, they've got to land on the side at least. Now this is living up to expectation. It's exciting, and it's, like I say, it's a dangerous match. Now then, what's going to happen here? Oh, now then, Sasai tries the Sasai.
Oh, bad move.
Really going for it here. Can he close it down? He's going to go onto the arm. No.
Najafov was lucky there that Shmailov is not the sharpest on the ground. Someone else with serious newaza would have taken advantage of that.
Well, this is it. I mean, and you know when somebody's dangerous and they're on your back, but it can take a lot of energy, especially if you haven't got any absolute moves.
Shmailov working him over now. And will they say that was from the ground? I don't think so.
It's all over, and that was absolutely magnificent. In golden score, 10 seconds in.
Fairy tale ending for one of Israel's favourites.
Yeah, fairy tale ending, and exactly what they wanted, this crowd. Well, it's exactly what they wanted.
Time for a bit of superstar work. Well, hand clapping anyway, no autograph signing. He's on his way out.
Well, the forearms won't allow it, I don't think.
Najafov wants to have a look at the big screen. He's standing there to have a look at it. I'm not sure if he's going to enjoy what he sees.
Here they are, hooked up there, and look at him. He takes him down first of all. Then he doesn't let him ground, and then he takes him back with Uranagi. Here's the first one. Kosoto, no score. Here's the second one. What an Uranagi that was. Wow, what an opportune technique that was. Brilliant stuff there from Shamilov. Kosoto Gak, no score, that's for sure. Not completely grounded. He's on the way back up.
Both up. That was the thing.
Yeah, that's why he wanted to have a look at it. He wasn't sure about it, but that was absolutely... Took him backwards there, flat onto his back.
And by the way, on the way out, there is an area where they do immediate interviews, and Najafov walked past Shmailov and hugged him and said, "Yeah, okay," because he'd seen the replay. I thought that was good. Said, "Yep, okay, I've seen the replay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you did me this time round."
The gold medal that Israel wanted, and that was absolute brilliance. It really was.
Well, they are going to hear the national anthem. Najafov looked as dangerous in that contest as he'd looked all day. That's a terrific win for Shmailov. Right, coming up next, the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 52 kilo category.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for the women's under 52 kilogram category. The medals will be presented by the owner, Yavuz Yükselir Group, Mr. Yavuz Yükselir.
The medals are being presented by the owner of the Yavuz Yükselir Group, Mr. Yavuz Yükselir. The first of the bronze medals goes to Pupreka of Hungary. There's a bronze medal also for Odette Giuffrida of Italy. Silver medal goes to Takeda Ryoko of Japan. But the gold medal goes to Astrid Neto of France.
Terrific performance from Neto.
Money and the flowers will be presented by the member of the IJF Coordination Committee of Directors.
What a combination she had. Kouchi into Ouchigari. Complete control all the way through, and no doubt, as soon as she started to rock back on her heels there, it was all over.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of France.
And now the national anthem of France.
family picture with your niece, Judo.
Here's the official picture.
Neto clearly on top here.
Dear judo guests, now we have to start the last category.
Gafrida there, still there with a medal.
So we can ask you please stay with us till the end, especially for the awarding ceremonies. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Coming up next, the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 57 kilo category. Rafaela Silva of Brazil goes up against Faiza Mokhtar of France. It'll be Silva in the white judogi, Mokhtar in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Heather Lochins of Belgium.
Rafaela Silva, the former Olympic champion, coming out here.
In white judogi, representing Brazil, Rio de Janeiro Olympic Games
And this lady here, Mokhtar of France. Higher world ranking, but Rafaela Silva is just on the way back. Decided that she's going to have another go, another Olympic cycle. Here she is. Lost in the quarterfinal, Silva to Nelson Levy of Israel. Won the repechage final though to get here against Kowalczyk of Poland. It's difficult, isn't it? We saw Menezes, didn't we, on her third Olympic cycle. I saw her when she came through as a junior. We thought, oh, lots of potential there, and then she became Olympic champion just 4 years later. And then we saw her on her third Olympic cycle, and she looked tired. But I've got to say that Rafaela Silva looks to me as if she's got still got a bit of fire there. Can she get to her very, very best? We don't know, but plenty of time.
You're seeing Menezes again. In the chair.
Yes, of course. Yes, he is, yeah.
Got the coaching now. Yes, that's a difficult one, a third cycle. And, you know, unless you're Telma Montero.
Yeah, she never seems to stop, does she?
Going to find it difficult.
No.
Or Nomura, I suppose.
Yeah, but he took 2 years out in between each one. You know, so what is the right way to do it? He's trying to keep mentally fresh. We were talking earlier about the physical side of it. You can stay on top of the game, but from a mental perspective, it's difficult. Shido to Silva. Just behind on attacks, and Mokhtar goes in again.
A bit too far through with that one. Silva wasn't where she originally planned.
Looking for the Sangaku, which is triangular strangle with the legs, but trying to get leverage to get her opponent over for it. Can't quite get it.
Single Shido against Silva. Half the contest still to come.
Yeah, 2 minutes went quickly, didn't it?
Almost off the other side. Good turnover here. Chance, no, missed now. Not going to get past Silva in that position.
It was a good little combination, wasn't it? Sianagi first of all, then came up, had another couple of attacks in there as well. Just ahead here, Mukhtar.
Old-fashioned turn.
Yeah,
from
she was looking
Silva.
for the tip. Yeah.
Wouldn't have scored. 2 penalties now up against Silva.
Just needs to carry on as she's doing at the moment, Mukhtar. First in for the attack every single time. She's ahead on attacks, but you still need a score up there, either that or 3 penalties. Possibility, though, of that 3rd penalty if she keeps going in at this rate.
Faiza Mukhtar not at all troubled by having to face the former Olympic champion. He's actually, for me, not just shading the contest, but...
Yeah, there's quite comfortably ahead on the attacks and in no danger, really. Silva hasn't really attacked with anything that looks like it's possibility of an ippon.
She had 1 strong Uchimata attack, Silva. And then the only other occasions when she's looked dangerous is when Mukhtar has had that drop Sonagi, where she's left her arm there and Silva's almost got hold of it. And if Silva's not careful, she's just going to play into Mokhtar's hands here and pick up a 3rd penalty.
Not far off now, Sheldon. I think we might have a 3rd penalty just looming here.
You just allowed the French fighter to dictate the tempo of the contest, and she picks up a 3rd penalty.
Winner and bronze medalist for women.
Pulls them back and then awards the 3rd penalty and the win to Mukhtar of France.
And, you know, the thing about it is Mukhtar just went about her business. It wasn't as though she'd come, you know, slapping her face and really trying to gee herself up. I'm facing, you know, former Olympic champion here. No, she just nice and focused, got the job done.
It was very much job done and knew exactly what she needed to do, how to beat her. Her rate of attacks was much clearer and much better, more consistent.
Yeah, she approached that with purpose, had a goal, had a plan, carried it out. Silva was never really up to the tempo. She just had the contest under control, did Mukhtar, as far as the tempo was concerned.
Yeah, you know, I think it's all about tempo. That's the key, isn't it?
We come now to the 2nd of the bronze medal contests. Arleta Podolak of Poland goes up against Team the Nelson Levy of Israel. It'll be Podolak in the white judogi, Nelson Levy in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is Liao Chunliang of Chinese Taipei. And Podolak will not only be fighting Nelson Levy, she'll be fighting the crowd as well.
The crowd are going to go absolutely crazy here because
Clap your hands and please.
very one of the most popular, isn't she, Nelson Levy here?
ובחליפה הכחולה, מייצגת את ישראל, זוכת מדליית הזהב גרנד סלאם תל אביב 21,
Slightly biased introduction there.
Yeah, we haven't found Timna's mum in the crowd yet then.
Not yet.
We might want to keep a lid on that one. She's going to be excited. Cheers.
Here we go then. Nelson Levy is in blue. Oh, now then. That was close. So close there on the opening attack. Podolak, I've got to say, credit to her because she managed to just keep her balance there. My goodness, what a strong attack that was. Opening grips round the waist. Somebody was going to go.
Was it direct?
Might have been, yeah. So,
But was it Podolak? They both got penalised because they both apparently went. Okay, it's the only thing I can think of. Okay,
interesting. So I don't think we've seen two
no
given together before, but quite rightly so too. I think if they both falter and make the mistake, then it should go to both. So good decision that.
A little bit defensive here, Podolak. That's a slightly better grip now with the right arm up around the collar.
Yeah, you need one arm on first, then you can go around the waist and you can do the big bear hug thing. You can't just go directly into a bear hug, both hands around.
Yeah, she's going to get called for a Shido here.
And that's what she's looking for. You've got to take that into consideration as well there. Nelson Levy will go up here. It's a second Shido to Podolak. Intention, and that's a massive word here. So I think that Nelson Levy needs to be a little bit, just go for the throws because she can do it here.
Podolak had to know where she was and what Nelson Levy's intention was.
Yeah, exactly. It's to back her up.
Had to get out of there. Didn't. Ended up collecting a second Shido now with 2.5 minutes left to go.
Yeah, so it looks bad for Podolak, that's for sure. Nelson Levy with a big right arm over the back there. Nothing to stop her backing her up again because she's bad on the edge here, Podolak.
Yeah, again,
definitely.
No.
Nelson Levy won't mind how she wins
not at
this.
all.
Third Shido going up to Podolak and it's all over.
Yeah.
Sure that not everybody wanted to see that. I'm sure that we would rather have some kind of fight. They might not do it now because of intention, and it's what I was talking about here, because Nelson Levy whole intention was to get the third Shido up for Podolak, so they might just let this carry on.
I just think that Arletta had an opportunity to go left or right and didn't, you know, accepting the fact that she was being pushed out in the hope that she would draw the penalty. And for me, that was the intention. If you think about it.
You've got to look at intention.
No doubt that Timna Nelson Levy was happy to take, you know, the third Shido and encourage Podolak to get it. But there was the suspicion that having been engineered out once, she wasn't going to get engineered out a second time, and Podolak, you know, played on that.
Let it go a bit.
You know, and she paid the price. She's strong enough. That's a strong athlete. Left or right, why did you go back?
Talking to the referees, actually, we were saying, you know, if you're two Shidos up on the board, why take the chance? You don't take the chance, do you? Not for a major medal, you just don't. Anyway, Nelson Levy gets the bronze. Bad move. And everybody seems to be happy.
Yes, apart from Arletta Podolak and her coach.
Nelson Levy! Nelson Levy! Nelson Levy!
She medals again in Tel Aviv. a tactically poor effort from Aletta Podolak, I'm afraid to say.
Well, could this be a double for the Neto sisters? What do you think?
Could be a treble for France. We come now to the final of the under 57 kilo category. Priscilla Neto of France goes up against Eteri Liparteliani of Georgia. It'll be Neto in the white, Gerogi Liparteliani in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Friedrich Katalin of Hungary. And I say that because Bukli, Neto, and now Neto could wrap things up for France. We would have heard, the Marseillaise 3 times today.
It could happen, but Liparteliani, big thrower. Anything could happen.
It's beginning to, get on me. We heard it in Paris a few times, didn't we? Oh well. What do they say? You can't keep a good man down. Well, the three French women into the 3 finals.
Yeah, and excellent as well. They've been excellent.
There is Priscilla Neto, who continues to have that left hand quite heavily strapped up. Really disconcerting because quite clearly she's still having problems with it. We were talking about the fact that it's been some months now.
Totally different styles, these two, and we're going to see if Priscilla Neto can emulate her sister there. She had a terrific performance, didn't she, in the under 52s?
Nice feet. Got slightly better application of the Ashiwaza than her sister, who sort of clubbed someone's foot earlier on. I really felt that was just an absolute hack. Priscilla Neto showing a little bit more finesse.
Like a lady.
Yeah. Got to be careful getting close to Liparteliani, though.
I think that's the thing. If she decides to hook up, she'd better to stay a little bit distant here, I think.
Because the programs may be different in Georgia, men and women, but the execution of those close-up techniques is the same. And I've seen Liparteliani absolutely bury a few people.
Yeah, bear in mind as well, they're training with the men. Got no choice.
I wonder who they're supporting, Neil.
No idea. I don't think it's France, though.
Single Shido picked up by Liparteliani. Little tentative against the experienced Priscilla Neto. Bronze medal winner at the London Olympics. Way back there. Oh, Chimata! Almost.
Yeah, she looks really wary, doesn't she, Liparteliani? We've seen her come out all today, absolutely gunning for it, and she's not doing that here, and I think that's going to go against her. I think Neto is the one that she's afraid of, and she doesn't want to really hook up. Whereas personally, I think she'd be better to. We've talked about it before, haven't we, about being almost afraid to lose, and you play a different match when you're afraid to lose rather than coming out there to win the match. They're such fantastic supporters, though, the Georgians that follow their teams. They absolutely get behind their team. And even the team members, they get behind their own team. It's quite fantastic to see. So Shido, and that means a second Shido up to Liparteliani. Already had one on the board. Oh, that was close. Nearly made a mistake there, Neto. She went for an Ashiwaza and her foot got stuck.
Liparteliani's got to open up here. Can't allow someone like Neto to stay in the contest for so long and just get more and more dangerous and threatening.
Tactically so aware,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah.
The French, and they play every match tactically. If they have to win by tactics, then they do. It's a left against right situation. She's staying away from Lipitiliani. Lipitiliani is going to have to change this game. She really is going to have to start to hook in and I think get close to upset Neto.
Kosotagaki with the right, on the right side, I think, for Lipitiliani. At least that will get you close to her. It's that left leg of Neto that is closest to her. And when she steps forward with that, she'll be ready with your right-sided attack.
It's that left inside grip there of Neto that's stopping her. She can't get close. Might be it. My goodness, might it be it?
Both fighters pick up penalties, which had just closed her down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From a tactical point of view, I mean, we all want to see the Ippon, and she never got into it, Lipitiliani.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner.
Never got into it. She got outplayed completely from a tactical point of view. So 2 gold medals then go to the Neto sisters. And the third one for France. France clearly in the lead here after day 1.
Well, we had a couple that really didn't live up to expectation, but when you think of the number that we did have, we had some real entertainment in the final block. Pity about that one. I thought Lipitiliani, if she really went for it, could cause some problems, but I suspect that she was concerned about, you know, getting in close and getting countered.
She was really tentative coming out there. It was a different Lipitiliani than the one earlier on in the day. And certainly, yeah, she came out playing a totally, trying to out-tactic, a
tactician.
Tactician, you know what I mean? And it didn't happen, but there we go. 2 medal ceremonies still to come.
The first of which is the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 66 kilo category.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for the men's under 66 kilogram category.
The medals are being presented by the Israeli Minister for Culture and Sports, Mr. Hil Topper.
By the Minister of Culture and Sports of the State of Israel, Mr. Hil Topper. Bronze medalists are representing Mongolia, Ganbold Herlen.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Ganbold Kurlan of Mongolia.
Silver medalists representing
There's a bronze medal also for Bogdan Iadov of Ukraine. Silver medal goes to Yasha Najafov of Azerbaijan, but the gold medal goes to Baruch Shmailov of Israel.
What a result for him. Wow. And what a technique to win it.
There are going to be tears in a minute.
I think there is. I think this is what, well, everybody's standing in here. Quite rightly so too.
Not just on the podium. There are going to be a few in the crowd.
That was the first technique. Didn't score, that's for sure. Watch this Kosoto. Manages to avoid that.
Yeah.
Wasn't grounded on the way up. Look at him on the way up here, and it's game on.
And we identified that as Daiki Wakare.
Daiki Wakare, or variation of. They're pretty close, aren't they, sometimes?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national.
You don't see that often. And now the national anthem of Israel. Well, it's not quite the end of the first day because we've still got another awarding ceremony to bring you, but as far as most of the crowd are concerned, that's a wrap on their day, because they got to hear their own national anthem and they got to see one of their superstars taking the gold medal.
It's what they wanted, and they heard their national anthem and their heads were held high, and I think there were a few tears in that crowd.
Ganbo Kurlan and Bogdan Iyadov were the bronze medal winners. It was Yasha Najafov of Azerbaijan who took the silver, but it was Baruch Shmailov, the crowd pleaser, who took the gold medal. We've got some highlights and then we'll be back with the last awarding ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we start the last awarding ceremony, once again, you can see the highlights of today's final block on the screen.
You do realise that we're going to have to chat with the coach tomorrow, don't you, and apologise?
We're going to have to admit that we might have got something wrong. But hey, on the other hand there, you can't referee from the coach's chair.
He thinks he can. Right, here we go with the last of the awarding ceremonies. It's for the women in the under 57 kilo category. And the medals are being presented by Mr. Yul Razvazov, the Israeli tourism minister. Now, just let's close in on this Yul Razvazov. Do you remember him, Neil? Twice a European silver medalist. Top man. Absolutely loved him to bits as a competitor. First of the bronze medals goes to Timna Nelson-Levy of Israel. There's a bronze medal also for Faiza Mokhtar of France. Silver medal goes to Eter Lipatiliani of Georgia. But the gold medal goes to Priscilla Neto of France.
Great performance from the Neto sisters. Great France.
Fourth of the State of Israel, Mr. Kai Gutman. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of France.
And now the national anthem of France.
Thank you very much. Family picture, VIPs and Judo.
Time for one more official photograph. We'll have the athletes without the masks in a minute, given that they've been rolling around together all day. So we get our picture. It was Mukta and Nelson Levy who took the bronze medals. Lipatiliani took the silver. It was Neto to take a gold. And here with a wrap-up on all of the action from today is Neil Adams.
Well, it wasn't just about the gold medals that they won, was it? But it was about the others as well, because they had one or two in there in the as follow-up as well, winning bronze medals, and brilliant performance from France to open up day one. But France, 3 gold medals, and we're going to have a look at the medal tally now, and 3 golds, 1 bronze medal, and a 5th place there, so everybody up there round about. Israel, 2nd place, 1 gold medal, 1 bronze medal, and 2 5th places. Ukraine there with a gold as well, and Kazakhstan, silver, Italy, silver, Azerbaijan, silver, Georgia with a silver, Japan with a silver, and, well, Mongolia there with 3 bronze medals. Spain, Hungary also picked up bronze medals. It's been a good day, opening day here. 1 or 2 contests that didn't quite go according to plan and could have been a bit more action, but we've got plenty more coming. 2 more days of competition, 4 weight categories tomorrow. We've had a good time. The hero, of course, was the Israeli gold medal there, and what a technique that was in the final. We're going to be back at the same time tomorrow morning, and it's going to be Sheldon and I with all the action there. And from Sheldon and I, for now, it's goodbye for now.